How many people here enjoy playing games? Now, in particular, a game where you get money, typically the only instruction you get is to go around, get even more money, so that way you may buy more stuff. Now, that could be property, houses, or maybe even someday your own electric company. Who knows? It's a game a lot of us learned growing up, where the majority of the time, the people playing either quit or they just stop playing by the rules altogether once they realize that they're losing. Does anyone have any idea of what game I'm talking about? And yes, I know some of you might be thinking Monopoly, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about a much more serious game that we all play. The game I'm here to talk about is the game of life. And as unfortunate as it is, a lot of us seem to treat it as though it was just Monopoly. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick poll. How many people here have been to grade school or are going through school now? Yeah, right? I know I see some hands not raising there, but okay. Now, for all those who just raised their hands, I would like to know, what would it feel like to never have to worry about money? Feel pretty amazing, right? I say this because what if we took the time to actually learn how money worked while still going through school? Now, I can't speak for everybody here, but what I learned while going through school was reading, writing, and arithmetic. Don't get me wrong, those are great subjects. It's just that typically what we get is something like this. Of course, there are some people out there who would say that it's up to our parents to be teaching us these crucial life lessons. Now, speaking on personal experience here, my parents weren't financial consultants or accountants, so how could they teach me about investing or just running a business or money, how it works in all the little details, if they themselves weren't licensed professionals? As for myself, I'm no role model when it comes to finances. Actually, I really didn't know much up until recently. In fact, as I was leaving the United States Active Army to return to the National Guard here in New Mexico, I had 1 month's salary in my checking, $50 in savings, and a brand new car I just bought on debt. Yeah, I know. Thing is despite being a full-grown adult, trained to save lives in Afghanistan, I still was clueless about how money worked. Do you all want to know what my plan was at the time? Go back to school, get a degree, then get a job doing something. No, the thing is I know how a lot of people here feel about the future and with all of its uncertainties. I felt it too. I mean, I was young once, though I am only 25. They do say the military does add 10 years to your life, so. Aside from that, what I come to found was that money isn't as complicated as what everyone makes it out to be. So yeah, I've made some boneheaded mistakes in my past before, but the thing is I would never undo any of them. Because it was those dire situations when I had little to nothing to my name was what drove me to wanting to achieve more. To actually try new things, to try and make something happen. In a matter of 2 years, I went from wearing bro tanks to suits, from always eating out and buying the newest and coolest gadgets to buying a book for the weekend. from standing by in life to taking action. I sat down and I started to study, not just about money, but human nature as well. I went from a lonely, broke man without a cause to someone who wants to take a stance in changing this world. I learned from a mentor that if I didn't strive to make my own dreams come true, then someone else will always be deciding how much I'm worth. So the reason why I bring that up is that, yeah, it's only been 2 years. But what if what I come to learn in that time, namely when it comes to money, what if that was taught to us, to those who actually needed that information the most, those still going through school? As for those still going through school, I'm curious, how would you like to take a day off from your regular class to play a game instead? Oh yeah, right? This game would not only teach you not just how money works, but also how to run your own business and possibly even give you insight to what you want to do with your life. In this game, thinking outside the box and teamwork are commended. Essentially, it's more of a business version of a Model UN, if you will. Ultimately, though, yes, this program is still in development, but this experience of trying to make a difference, or in fact, taking a stance to make a difference, has swayed my view of what we can do in our lifetimes. This experience has taught me, for anything to happen, we have to decide for it to be so. We have to decide if we want a brighter and better future in our communities, our state, or even our country. We have to not only decide to do so, but we must wildly pursue it to make any sort of change. Because after all, this is our future, and we have to create the one that we want to see. And that is an idea worth sharing.